What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe with NEVERsate.com, and welcome to today's video where I want to give you guys 4 quick tips to be better at pull-ups. Now, if you did not know, I've covered pull-ups extensively on my channel, so much in fact that I have an entire pull-up playlist. So if you guys are in a position where you can do 0 pull-ups or you can do 30 in a row, you will find videos in that playlist that will help you get better at whatever level you are at. Today's is going to be a little bit more of a review video of things I've already talked about. So if you guys do need a more in-depth explanation or more tips in general, make sure you head over there next. All right, so tip number 1 is going to be squeeze the bar or the handles as hard as you possibly can. Guys, your body works synergistically. So I don't care if you are doing a squat, a bench, a deadlift, a pull-up, or anything, the harder that you are squeezing that bar, the more power output that you are going to get. In fact, if you can't open a jar of pickles at your house, squeeze the jar. Now, it's still not saying that you're gonna be able to open the jar, and that's something else that you need to work on altogether, but at least you have your best shot possible. Guys, when you are doing pull-ups or any other exercise, make sure you are squeezing that bar as hard as you possibly can. Tip number 2, don't lose any extra energy through your lower body. Guys, rigid things are a lot easier to pick up than floppy things. That's why a 100-pound barbell is a lot easier to pick up than a 100-pound bag of sand. So if your legs are loose and floppy and doing a bunch of stupid things, then it's just going to make it harder for your upper body to do what it is trying to do. Now, there are 2 schools of thought on this. The first of which thinks that you should straighten out your legs, keep them rigid, and kind of point them slightly out in front of you like you're hollowing out your body, and then do your pull-ups from there. Me personally, I find it easier to lean back, cross my feet, and open my hips. When I do this, I feel like I can get my back a little bit more engaged and I can actually hold a tighter brace, but again, that is me personally. You should try both and do whichever one that feels better to you, but the common denominator here is that your lower body is locked and still. There is no extra movement there. Just like on every other big lift, if there's any extra movement, it is taking away from the total output going into the bar. So don't do any stupid things with your legs, just keep them rigid. Tip number 3 is make sure that you're breathing and bracing the same exact way that you would on a squat or a deadlift. Just because it's a pull-up doesn't mean that it's not a big deal. It absolutely is a big deal. That's why so many people can't do them. Now, if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about when I say breathing and bracing, I've covered that topic extensively and actually have an entire breathing and bracing playlist on my channel, so you're gonna wanna check that out because that will make you stronger absolutely in everything instantly. Before you start your pull-up, you should be getting a huge belly breath of air and then bracing it down just like Mike Tyson is about ready to use you as a heavy bag. Number 1, this type of technique is exactly how your body lifts anything of substantial weight. So this is putting yourself in the most advantageous position to actually pull your body up to that bar. And then number 2, since we are taking any slack out of there and we're bracing it down just like our legs, there is going to be less movement, less floppiness. So now your legs are rigid, your core is rigid, which allows your upper body to do exactly what it's supposed to do as efficiently as it can. Breathing and bracing, make sure you learn it. It is seriously the most important thing you can learn in any strength sport. And then finally, tip number 4 was actually one of the first things I ever said on my YouTube channel like 8 years ago, and that is pull from your ring fingers. Now, obviously you're pulling with your entire hand and you're squeezing as hard as you can, but really focus on your ring fingers when you're doing something that is lat involved. So whether it is a pull-up or a barbell row, anytime that you are using your lats, if you put a little more focus on pulling with those ring fingers, then you're gonna feel a little bit more lat involvement. And the more back that you are using in the pull-up as opposed to just your arms, then absolutely the more pull-ups you are going to be able to do. So next time that you are doing a row or a barbell row, dumbbell row, pull-up, inverted row, anything that you decide to do that is a pulling motion that is gonna involve your lats, try pulling a little bit more with your ring fingers and you'll be shocked at how much different it feels. All right, guys, there you go. That is what I have for today. I hope some of you will find this helpful. I know if you guys have watched a lot of my pull-up content, then this is just review for you, but try them again because I swear there's some of the best tips that I forget about all the time, and then when I re-implement them, it makes it all easier again. So, guys, I do thank you so much for absolutely everything. Check out those playlists. It makes it a lot easier to navigate the channel because I do have so many videos. If you need bench help, if you need recovery help, if you need injury help, if you need whatever help you need, there's a playlist in the playlist section of my channel. So please, guys, I thank you so much for absolutely everything you do and all the ways you support me. I will catch up with you guys later in the week. Until I do go out something amazing with you guys, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other, please. I'll see you then.